appropriate if we had a group poem. I'm going to send around a paper. I don't know if everyone is familiar with this concept. You write a line and then pass it to the next person, and then they write a line, and it becomes a group poem, and then I'll have somebody read it afterwards.
An exquisite corpse.
Exquisite corpse. Everybody fears and desires crucifixion.
Which were they?
I'm going to read a couple of poems, and then we're going to have an open mic. This is called Footnotes for a Love Letter. Dusk doesn't fall in the sense that we know dusk falling, in the typical way we are accustomed or in its usual form, like a belabored proposition or an avalanche of words that have little importance, or a waitress gathering the dinner dishes in a tablecloth. Rather, it deliquesces around the curves in our shoulders from stark gray to cerulean blue, indispensable as a billowy curtain in April and the swish of an evening broom, leaves the fermenting apple core on the cluttered desk and offers forgiveness like I offer you this stem of wheat to hold between your teeth while you mull it over. In other words, there are too many ways to describe snow, too many reasons to leave unpredictable packages on the front porch, too many excuses for the twitter-pated bird to fly relentlessly at its own reflection in a bedroom window. Too many reasons for a stupid parrot who doesn't know anything about fleeing the cage when the door is open to repeat, I love you, as if it would make any difference. Say I pull my vestiges from a canvas bag like pencil sketches of quaint cities, or I distribute my redundancies like daisies, or say sacrifice is another way of waking in the night with a sore eye. I am not a doomsayer, but I can distinguish between an hourglass, the muck on a broken electrical fan, and a whispery eyelash blown from the tip of a finger. On the anonymous winding side streets of Spain, I've scattered my affections like footnotes.
Yeah.
This is called Quintessentials for Curing Illness. If I could locate the aching spot in the muscle in a quintessential bowl of soup, like a ritualistic cure for malaise filled with chicken broth and alphabet noodles that fall apart on the tongue, or in the great gulf between the explanation for the past, like a large bag of dirty laundry hoisted over the shoulder, or a cafeteria food fight in retrospect, or the metonymic translation of love me the right way, and the relation to what hasn't happened, never logistically happens, at least in the strictest sense of the word, like the consistent explosion of newly born stars or a winter hat that falls over the eyes. When they say, I have been hit by a 2x4, they mean, I didn't expect you to touch me so tenderly. Incidences like these only happen in Christ, the occasional gratifying exhalation. Like a primary obstacle, a shallow party bowl filled with abstract chivalries, and the abstract, not what is left in the sock drawer, but what was always a bird made of ornamental paper, or the sound of a fingertip to the mouth, as essential as midday road work and delayed traffic. It would be an exaggeration to say that the plummet which opens the ground should be compared to 10,000 suns like a telephone dangling from its cord. Eventually it is a delicate interception of the senses like the redolence of wayward tannins, or the summer sting of love me twice and then drop me off at the corner. If I had the capacity to map it out on scratch paper, then I would be your Anna Karenina, waiting on the train platform with a quaint suitcase and tawdry feathers pasted to my hat. Thanks.